With the success of The Force Awakens, it shouldn't be much of a surprise that fans old and new are getting hyped about The Last Jedi. So today we're taking a look at some of the predictions fans and critics alike have made for what The Last Jedi may entail. While this list is specifically pertaining to predictions rather than theories, since many predictions are loosely based on theories, there may be a little speculation slipping into some of our numbers. So with that in mind, let's jump into our list of the top 10 Star Wars The Last Jedi predictions. Also, heads up, spoilers. Like major spoilers if you haven't seen The Force Awakens. And if you haven't, you should probably go do that, like right now, and then come back and watch this video. In at number 10 is Captain Phasma. Let's start off this list with one prediction that is definitely a given. More Captain Phasma. We barely got any of Phasma in the last film, and with Phasma having her own comic series and origin novel, there's no doubt that we'll finally get more of the character portrayed by Gwendolyn Christie. And at number 9, more on Rey's parentage. Daisy Ridley has stated that she thought The Force Awakens had made it clear what her origin story was. Whether that statement means that her origin is what it is, with her parents being unknown characters who abandoned her and she just so happens to be Force sensitive, or that the film has made it inexplicably obvious that her parents or parent are characters featured within it. Well, we may not know until The Last Jedi, or likely the sequel after that, but here's hoping we'll get a hint. The Poe and Finn bromance. Moving on to two other new characters introduced in the last film here, Poe and Finn quickly became fan favorites, with some even speculating that the duo's chemistry would lead to the franchise's first LGBTQ relationship, a theory that was then squashed recently by Lucasfilm. Despite that theory being disproven, it's without a doubt that Poe and Finn will end up having side stories of their own while Rey is hanging out with Luke. Many have speculated that their storylines will be combined, and I think that's probably pretty likely. And at number 7 is familiar faces. One of the biggest and most plausible predictions for The Last Jedi is that we'll see more familiar faces return to the film. Considering how many were packed into the last film, despite the addition of many new characters, it seems likely that the film would slip in a few more this time around. Popular theories for this include Lando Calrissian, Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Unpopular theories include Jar Jar Binks, revealed as Supreme Leader Snoke, or that he in fact created Snoke. Yep, those are actual theories. And at number 6 are porgs. What are porgs? Where do they come from? What are they like? Do they have a natural predator that will violently eat them? Does Chewie eat one? All this and more might be answered in The Last Jedi. Apparently they're better than Ewoks, and I'm already emotionally invested, so they better not suck. Also worth noting that this is what their babies look like, so that's kind of unfortunate. And at number 5 is Snoke's identity. One of the biggest questions we were left with from The Force Awakens was who the hell is Supreme Leader Snoke? Snoke is the one responsible for bringing Kylo Ren over to the dark side, and with his heavily deformed face, fans have been filled with speculation as to who this mysterious, malicious figure is. And there's even more speculations on whether or not he's actually evil. There's also some pretty convincing arguments for Snoke being Boba Fett or Mace Windu. But theories aside, one thing is certain. Whether he's a red herring for the true villain of the trilogy or he's a character that will start more trouble, Snoke will return for The Last Jedi, and fans will gain a better insight on what his deal is. Moving on to a number that's quite depressing, and at number 4 is Princess Leia's death. In The Force Awakens, we all watched on in horror as Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, killed his own father, Han Solo. It was revealed that Ben was the son of Han and Princess Leia, and while Carrie Fisher reprises her role in the next film, due to her unfortunate passing, it's likely that Ben will lose another parent. It's also been confirmed by Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy that we won't be seeing Leia in the final installment of this trilogy, Episode 9, meaning the possibility of the character dying is quite high. Really sucks. And at number 3 is a huge reveal. Mark Hamill is typically pretty vocal on Twitter. Not only did he start the hashtag #WaitFor8, but Hamill has been quite adamant on fans remaining spoiler free, because The Last Jedi contains a rumored big reveal. So what's the reveal? Some think it has to do with Rey's lineage. Others suspect it may have to do with our next number. And at number 2, what's up with Luke? Another question that The Force Awakens set up but we'll surely get an answer for is what Luke has been up to the past several years, and why he's in exile. One theory explores the idea that Luke is actually the true villain of this trilogy, something Mark Hamill has wanted for some time. Mark Hamill has stated he was at odds with director Rian Johnson, saying that he, Hamill, was really wrong about The Force Awakens. There's even been hints to Luke joining the dark side in promotional material. Regardless, by the end of the film, we'll have a better idea of what Luke has been up to, where he stands, and likely how his training and wisdom will impact Rey, and hopefully more on Luke's failed Jedi Academy. And finally, in our number 1 spot, The Last Jedi, literally. The titles of the Star Wars films are typically relatively straightforward and literal, meaning we can expect The Last Jedi to revolve around specifically that. The first trailer also revealed Luke saying, I quote, "It's time for the Jedi to end." Fans have speculated this can mean a lot of things, but one prediction, combined with the likes of Luke being featured on both the light and dark side in marketing materials, has steered many to believe that the Grey Jedi will be introduced into the story. The Grey Jedi are part of the Old Republic Legends mythos, in which Force wielders balance themselves on the line between dark and light. Regardless of whether The Last Jedi could be a direct reference to Luke being the last of his kind, or him actively putting an end to the Jedi in favor of a new school of thought, this film will give us answers about what to expect for future generations of Force wielders. Alright, there we have it, friends. Which of these predictions do you think will likely pan out? Are there other predictions you've made that we should know about? And of course, how excited are you for The Last Jedi? Let us know in those comments below. And hey, if you dug this video, maybe show us some love by hitting those like and subscribe buttons, and share this video with a friend. We've also got a ton of other videos you might dig on our channel, so head on over there and take a look at our recently uploaded playlist. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally, and this has been Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you all in the next one.